We're also joined by Dr. Nachiket Mor. He's a visiting scientist at the Banyan Academy of Leadership and Mental Health. Dr. Mor, good to have you on board. A little bit more about the concept of peer-to-peer lending. Because besides anything else, in the context of Rangde, it adds to incredible transparency, where the loan that a person is giving goes to a designated person. It's not just to a fund. You actually know where your funds are going, your cash, your money is going, and how it's helping someone. So how does that transparency result in accountability?
So clearly, the ability to track what's happening with your money, who's the actual user, is an important component of the entire peer-to-peer transaction. But I would say more than that, or as important, is the notion that peer-to-peer lending enables, which, for example, a regular microfinance or regular bank loan does not enable. In a regular lending context, you're looking for the lowest risk borrower. You're looking for somebody that the interest rate charged is just a little bit more than the risk implied. In this concept, you're looking for somebody that is the most needy, that you've brought the right partnerships together so that the person is most likely to succeed. You're really more bridging a gap between what I would say is regular lending, which is low risk, relatively high interest rate, to, in some ways, micro venture capital or venture debt, in which you're allowing farmers or individuals that are in distress to do perhaps something new, but with mentorship, with guidance.
Okay.
Really, one of the people who set this whole concept going many, many years ago, I'm full of admiration for your foresight in this. Many congratulations. Just explain to us the technology which basically bridges the urban and rural India and brings them together. And what's the role of this peer-to-peer, where you talk about me as a lender going direct to a particular farmer or set of farmers? How does that bring people together in your Rangde model?
So this amazing team that Ram and Smita put together, at its core is technology. At its core, and they've had some experience of this for over a decade. I was fortunate to be involved with an effort that supported them right when they started. And their commitment, their story, I hope there will be time later on in your program to talk about how these two young people jumped both feet first into solving a problem that they really saw in the market. And then they use technology to make sure that there is complete transparency. Unlike in a regular bank or a regular non-bank finance company or insurance company, you put your money in, you only see the insurer, you see the bank. You don't really see what they do at the other end because technology makes it hard to do that. It's opaque. This is what I would call, turbocharged transparency, in which you're seeing the individual, and therefore you can help the individual in other ways. You can, of course, give money. You can keep track of them. But in addition, if you have some interesting ideas, some talent to offer, some ideas that you want to work with, that's visible to you because this is not a fiction. There's a real person at the other end of the table.
नचिकेत जी, मैं आपसे ये जानना चाह रही थी कि जो ये आपने हमें समझाया पीयर टू पीयर किस तरह से हमारे देश में कुछ रोक है, पाबंदियां हैं, तो ऐसे में ये जो सिस्टम है क्रेडिट का बिना लोन के किसानों को पहुंचेगा, कैसे फायदा या ज्यादा से ज्यादा पहुंचा जा सकता है?
मैडम जी, आपकी आवाज ठीक से नहीं आई, आप एक बार फिर से दोहरा पाएंगे आपका अपना सवाल?
हाँ जी, मैं यही कह रही थी कि हमारे देश में पीयर टू पीयर में रेगुलेशंस हैं, रोक है, पाबंदी है, तो ऐसे में जो ये सिस्टम है, हाउ डू यू थिंक सो दिस कैन बी लेवरेज्ड इन टाइम्स लाइक दिस?
The reality is that a lot of traditional financial institutions, banks, microfinance institutions are right now wary of wading into this high-risk waters because the future is uncertain. Which livelihoods will survive? Which individuals will pursue what livelihoods and pathways is not entirely clear. Now is the time for individuals to step up and to say, while it is true that savings account holders cannot really be expected to get into such situations, we can, as individuals, middle class, upper middle class, lower middle class, if we have a little bit to give, and you can do very small amounts. You don't have to do large numbers. I'm willing to go out and help a fellow human being, a fellow family, because I see them as, as Sir said earlier, my neighbors. They're extended neighbors. But in some ways, it allows us an opportunity as investors. I was amongst their earliest investors. And I got great satisfaction from their regular reporting back to me to say, this is what happened to this person, that's what happened to that person. I would constantly brainstorm with them as to what more can they do, how can I be more helpful to them. Now, this is the kind of engagement that we need today to help millions of people out there. I'm not saying this will solve the entire problem, but this will certainly add to the menu of choices that we have available as a country to deal with this, what Mr. Roy said earlier, this enormous hardship that our fellow citizens are facing.
Right. Actually, that's a very important point. Thanks for bringing that up, because, it humanizes. It's not just a random loan like to a bank that goes into some deep pot and then goes out to some organization. You actually have made it, this peer-to-peer phrase is a bit non-television, if I may say. You're saying from one person to another, and both know, the person you're giving it to, you know the background, you know when he's giving it back, etc. It's just wonderful. And you were the first social investor on the Rangde platform way back in 2008, right? I just want to know, how did your association with Rangde begin? What made you believe in the model? And what would you tell viewers who want to donate, who really want to help farmers, small farmers? How do you reassure them that yes, their money will be tracked very carefully and it'll all be transparent?
I mean, I had the good fortune of knowing this young couple. I got a message one day in my office that there was a young couple waiting to see me. I don't even believe we had an appointment, but I was curious to see who these people were. I was quite amazed. An outstandingly talented couple had invested their life savings, had built something that they felt deeply, committed to. And as I said earlier, both feet first. They jumped into it. There really no backup savings, no nothing. And they said, well, can you help us? We have an idea that we want to take forward. Can you become a partner with us? And so I had that good fortune, and I have watched them grow over the last decade. Without even a suggestion from their principles. Sometimes, people argue too much religion. Why are you so focused so narrowly on this issue? Your, other NBFCs have gone ahead and become 10,000 crore, 20,000 crore organizations. Why are you focused on this? They believe in it. They believe this is the way they would like to add value to their fellow human beings, reach out and touch people, offer all of us the opportunity of actually connecting with an individual and a family in a way that, as you said so nicely, an opaque structure just cannot do.
All right.